Hi guys, welcome once again to another episode of Techly Things. Now today in the program I will be making one of my favorite drink, and it's the Guinep mixed with with callaloo. If you're new to the channel, I implore you guys to subscribe, and if you want the latest videos after subscribing, you click the notification bell. Now, before I go any further, I'm just explaining to you the nutritional properties of Guinep. It contains a source of fiber, vitamins A, B, and C, calcium, iron, and amino acid, which is very, very important to the body. On the other hand, you have the callaloo that has vitamin C, K, manganese, calcium, iron, and potassium. So those are very, very interesting, and it's a very, very good mix there. So what you see me doing here, I'm getting the guinep seed from the skin. I'm using a stencil knife, which is very, very sharp. So you just one slit and squeeze the seed from the skin, and it's all done. And I have them in water just in case there are any things that are on the guinep. They'll just wash off, or just for cleanliness. So this is the process. It's a little bit time consuming and tedious, but it's the best way for me to get it done. Use that container to put the ones that are squeezed out in it. Also, I'm mindful of the ones that are a little bit burst. You get them, you don't want to use those, so you get them in the container like this one that you see there. You get that out, squeeze, and you have to be mindful of the knife. You don't want it to cut you, because as I say, it's very sharp. I purchased it from the hardware store earlier. So in the Caribbean, the name is interchangeable depending on where in the Caribbean you go. In Jamaica, it's known as Guinep, as I said. In some part of the Caribbean, like Barbados, it's known as Aki. And it's a vice versa thing, because Aki is known in Barbados as Guinep, and Guinep is known as Aki, on my perspective. And in the South American region, it's known as Spanish lime. Now I can see why, because sometimes the Guinep can be very, very sour, and sometimes it can be very, very sweet. Also, persons that are eating it have to also be mindful, because it's very slippery, and there are times that it slips down people's throat and cause great harm to them. So what I'm doing here, as I said, trying to get all the things out. I'm not going to show you the entire process, so I'm just getting the rest of them out. They are in the pan, and I can tell you the juice that you see there, I normally strain it and drink it very concentrated. It's very, very delicious there. So you get that thick juice from it. You pour it in your container and you can drink it, and the rest is up for juicing. So here I am with the water. You have to have the water boiled. You don't want to have the callaloo in the water before it's boiled. And these are callaloo that I've already cut up. Pour it in the water. I'm not gonna pour everything, because I need some to steam for myself to eat with my flour dumpling. So once it's boiled there, you stir it. Ziplock my bag with the ziplock there. You use the wooden spoon and you stir for a bit, and then you cover the pot up. Stir. And you just want to see it boil for a couple, maybe a minute or so. You cover it back. Once you cover it, the temperature will build up inside of it. You're gonna see it build in a short while. As I say, you don't want to have it boiling because it's not cooking it. You're just going to get it a little bit roughed up. So it's softened when it's blending, and most of the nutritional properties can be extracted from it. So that is finished now, and the water is cool enough after getting the boil. You want to pour it in the guinep. Now after pouring it in the guinep, now you want to let it stay there for a bit. And I don't want to say marinate, but you want to have it soaked so that you can remove a lot of the meat, I should say, from the guinep seed, because that is what's going to make it thick. So what is left in the pot, you cover it up. So now I wait till the water is a little bit, the temperature is down. Now I can get a little bit of on inside and loosen the seeds, because I'm going to use another tool to get it more loosened and the meat from the seed better. So here I have the mixer now, and I'm gonna, what you see here, I'm getting it fanned out, because you don't want to blend the seed. It's gonna destroy your drink. So you want to get the meat from the seed as best as possible without damaging or destroying the seeds, because you don't want the seed in your drink. So this is the best recipe, or the best way of getting it done. If I had a more powerful mixer, then I could get more meat from the seed, but this is what it looks like, and just look at what's going on. As you see, the water is getting thicker and thicker because the meat are being extracted from the water. So once that is done, you do it once more to get more. The longer you go, is the more the meat comes off. And I say meat because I don't know the real name for it. So once you're finished with the mixer and it can't do any more of your thing, you're gonna have to use your hand and get some elbow grease in. So I've just fast forward the video until when I'm almost finished the extracting process on the meat from the seed. And as you realize, the water is a little bit, it looks mucky. As I say, it's tedious and it's time consuming. So this is what it looks like. A little of the carrot is in the water. That green stuff that you're looking at, it's carrot. Sorry, it's callaloo. I don't know, I always mix up the two. So that's what I'm doing here. Getting as much as I can, as much properties I can get from the seed. If I could get everything off, I would. So getting all the seeds out, because I don't want to blend the seed. It will really spoil the drink. So as I say, it looks messy, it looks tedious, but I assure you it's a very nutritious drink. Takes a lot of time and a lot of know-how and a lot of expertise. Right, so I'm an expert mixologist. So once I make my clean sweep, ensure all the seeds are out, I am gonna pour the rest of the water with the callaloo in, and this is what it looks like. So it's moving from peach. The color is moving from peach to green because you know green is the dominant color here. So this is what it is now. You're gonna put it in the blender because you want everything to mix right out. Ensure you cover it as well. And I'm putting the blender to smoothie mode. And the smoothie mode for this blender is that it increases speed, decrease, increase, decrease for a while, so it blends what it has in it right down to nothing. And there it is, smoothie. You have ice crush, you have low and high, and also pulse. So you blend to your desired. Well, I'm not gonna, the mixing part is up to every person's or each person's discretion. Some might not use sugar, some do. But this is the straining process. I put a little sugar in mine, some people will not, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. And that is really how it looks at its finish. I'm going to show it in a bottle, and this is what it looks like, and in the jug there. And I'm going to put it in the fridge. So guys, this is what it looks like, the Guinep and callaloo juice. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you do try to make it and let me know how it tastes. So from Techly Things, this is Duke Rick once more saying peace out, stay healthy.